Hey, welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast, dedicated to highlighting the good going on right here in Marionville, Missouri.
And today's episode will continue our commitment to showcase the goodness in Marionville, uniting our community through shared stories of hope and optimism. So hang out with us for a little while we cover some of the good this week.
By the time this episode gets released, it might be a little bit late, but don't forget the Alderman meeting, second Thursday of every month. Come down to City Hall. It's actually next to the firehouse, not City Hall, and join the crowd. The crowd is growing. We need your involvement as we continue to help really bring about flourishing in our great little town. We need your involvement. It would be so great to have you there.
And I just want to say, Jim, those are not scary meetings. I don't know why, as a kid or even as an adult, I think going to a meeting like that is scary, but it's not. It's really just about learning what's happening and being a part of watching the decisions and the discussions happen about the city. So don't feel intimidated. We will be there. You can come sit with us.
Yeah, just come say hello. We'd love to have you there. It'd be great to have you. Okay. Couple of just announcements. The Lions Club. Did you know that our city has a Lions Club? The Lions Club internationally is focused on helping with eye care needs, helping people with glasses, helping recycle glasses, helping people get any eye care that they need so they can see better. And we also do other civic things. It's the only civic organization right here in Marionville. We're looking for men and women who would like to come out for an hour twice a month, the second and fourth Wednesdays of every month at Alice Irene's noontime. Join the Lions Club and be a part of making a difference here in the community. If you want to find out more, just get a hold of us right here at Central Place, downtown Marionville. We'll tell you more about the Lions Club. You can always email us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com.
So, Jim, there is some new developments with the economic development focus in our town. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we're well on the way to creating an economic development commission or committee. They haven't decided what they're going to call it yet, right here in Marionville, Missouri, where we'll focus on growth over a 2, 5, and 10-year period in residential, commercial, retail, and industrial, with a plan for structured growth, but a way to raise our tax base, bring jobs to town, and just make our community a better place to be. We're working right now with the attorney and the city council in order to be able to get that all put into legalese, and then the committee will be formed. If you want to be a part of the Economic Development Committee, whatever they decide to call it, the group, make sure you get a hold of us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com, and I'll make sure I put you in touch with the right people who end up running that committee. Group, whatever Martha talks about.
Awesome. You say that all the time. You're like, whatever it's going to be called.
I don't know what it's going to be called.
So, Jim, there is one thing that I know, that when you ask a question, the answers can be yes, no, or maybe. And the same is true of applying for grants. Sometimes you don't get them, and we kind of have some sad news, right?
Well, the sad news is we applied for a grant from Bass Pro to help dig out a pond out in the field across from the baseball fields so we can have a bass fishing pond and attract people to do bass fishing right here in Marionville, Missouri. Bass Pro said, not this time. So I know people listen to this podcast, people own bulldozers, they own backhoes. Anybody out there want to dig a lake for free? It might take some time, but think about the black dirt that will come out of that.
It could be a digging party.
It could be a digging party. If you really want to find out more, get all of us here. We'll put you in touch with Chris Bowling over at Public Works, the city of Marionville, and we can figure out if we can get this done. How cool it would be to have a bass fishing pond right here. The DNR said they'll help us take care of it once we get it dug.
You never know what resources are out there unless you ask. So we can maybe just do it right here ourselves. So a good opportunity to get involved.
Bring your spade.
Okay. Big spade.
Well,
not the kind of spade I use in my garden.
Okay.
So school news. Not much right now, but I do want to highlight the fact that the school calendar for this upcoming year is live on the school website. So make sure to check that out to know that the first day of school is August 21st.
As we hear the major groan from the kids listening,
do you think there's kids listening?
Maybe one. All right. So first responders, hey, just so you know, the fire department is looking for new recruits. We just added our 11th member to our volunteer fire department right here in Marionville. We could use more people. We need both men and women, and we'd love to have people that could be here during the day in Marionville. If you live in Marionville, you work in Marionville, you're here during the day in Marionville, and you can respond at a moment's notice to a medical need or an emergency need, please go to City Hall and get an application. That would be the best way to do it. Talk to Debbie or Amy at City Hall and get an application.
We like to point people to City Hall. It's a great place for things happening here in the city. So I just want to take a minute and thank our sponsor for this podcast. A big shout out to the Bank of Billings for being the sponsor of the Good Place Marionville podcast. 135 years of service and a brand new building. That's the old and the new at the Bank of the Billings. The Bank of the Billings. I've said that twice before.
Wow.
But the building they have,
it's so cute when she says
maybe
like
new here in Marionville, but their commitment to this community has lasted 135 years and is still going. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Going back to that first responder, I wanted to give a shout out to her name. Kaylee Lynn. Welcome to the Marionville City Fire Department.
Awesome.
All right. I'm excited about this. So business owners in Marionville, just know that the second Thursday of every month, we have a meeting down here at Central Place called Marionville Business Connect. Today, we just finished our meeting. We had 20 people here, along with Mitch Boggs, our state representative for Lawrence County. And we had somebody decided to go to the new bakery in town, Storehouse Bakery. They're open with a limited menu, although next week it'll be becoming more of a full menu. It looks gorgeous. And they brought cookies and treats. Oh, we are all in deep trouble because this stuff was really good. The old Dairy Queen is becoming Storehouse Bakery, and rumor has it that its grand opening will be right around July the 23rd.
So I also the meeting, Jim, was sponsored by the Bank of Billings, and they treated us also with homemade pies from B's and G's Homemade Pies. So we're so grateful. I do have to say the business community might be gaining a few pounds these days because we've had so many good treats. But hey,
is that a free
you do what you got to do.
Bobby for their fried pies?
Of course.
Okay, good deal. Gary and Bobby, thanks for the fried pies. All right, Martha, today at Marionville Business Connect, we have Mitch Boggs, and he told us some really incredible things today. But the biggest thing is that Mitch Boggs is looking for all of us in Marionville to be his eyes and ears about things that are needs and things that he needs to be on the good know about. Mm-hmm. So if you want to know how to get a hold of Mitch Boggs, just get a hold of us.
I'll put it in the show notes.
Martha put it in the show notes, or you can always email us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com, and we can put you in touch with Uriah Stark, who's Mitch's legislative assistant.
I think he said something, Jim, that we all can relate to, even here in Marionville, is that don't assume that those in leadership know everything that's going on. So he said people will not say things to him thinking that he must know about certain issues when in fact he can stand in line at Casey's and learn about something that he should have known about but didn't. And so he said that's why, people need to be the eyes and ears and be willing to communicate. And he's very open to it. And I know our city is as well. So, I think that's just encouraging. And that's one of the reasons that we have this podcast as a way to get you to know the things that we've learned, but then to also just be able to learn more about the good that's happening.
And there are more good things happening. There are businesses and buildings being sold and purchased all over town, new businesses to come. Some of them we can't even tell you about, but there's good stuff on the horizon. This town is coming alive and will flourish in more and more amazing ways.
So I have something kind of fun. If you're watching this on video, you will see I have these new little business cards, and they are for...
Usually business cards are huge, but today they're little.
Oh, I don't know why I said that. But anyway, so information about how to report good news to us for the Good News Marionville podcast, as well as...
Good Place Marionville.
Good Place. It is good news on Good Place Marionville. And then also more about Marionville Business Connect, but just more ways to stay connected with us. But if you have an office or anything like that, you can come get a card from me and keep it at your office and get a hold of us when you have good news.
Martha, last year we were
nominated.
That's the word. For the Curb Appeal Award right here in Marionville, but we didn't get enough votes. Apparently, you can rig that and get enough votes.
No. But we were grateful to be nominated for it. We just want to announce that the June Home of the Month went to Diana and Ron Whittington. And this actual month of June was sponsored anonymously in memory of our good friend, Bruce Schatzer. So I just want to encourage everybody, keep up the good work. Remember to nominate and vote for people on the Marionville Pride Facebook page. And I love the fact that I'm seeing more and more yards, lawns, fronts of homes being well taken care of, and the Pride. So, I was thinking about things locally that we take for granted.
Oh boy.
And one of them that is right under our nose that I think a lot of people probably utilize, but maybe just don't even think about is our Mercy Clinic right here in Marionville. So I just want to say it is a gem. The staff is all amazingly wonderful and attentive and taking care of us. And I just am grateful that we have been able to keep a clinic. I guess that means maybe we have enough physical needs, right? Maybe, I don't know.
We're sorry that all of you are so sick that you need a clinic.
Keep it busy all the time. But no, I just wanted to highlight that because I think it is really good news that we can literally walk or drive just a few blocks and get taken care of.
It is a great thing. Applefest coming up in just a little over 2 months,
yes.
September 20th and 21st. It's right around the corner. We're going to have new apples on the sidewalk that tell where the booths are. So it'll be it's all going to get renumbered, but there's lots of ways to get involved. The parade, vendors, volunteers, contests of all kinds. If you're looking to get involved in the Applefest, when will the next Applefest committee meeting be, Martha?
Actually, it's Monday night. So
Monday night, July 15th, right here at Central Place at what time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
So come and join us.
VBS is happening all over town. I know Bible Baptist has it next week. This week's been First Baptist in Marionville. You could see kids running all over the place, 150 kids. Just look at all the weary older people around town. They're probably serving at a VBS near you. Look for signs or ask for a neighbor. Free daycare for several hours and an opportunity for your kids to learn the truth.
There you go. So there is a great program for foreign exchange students that Donna Haley White, and I'm saying the whole thing, so you find her on Facebook, and she is the one you want to contact about asking any questions. If you have any inkling of interest in hosting a student from another country, now is your opportunity. I saw a post that Donna did where she actually listed out some of the kids that are ready to come and specifically want to come to our state and don't have a host home yet. So I will put that link in the show notes, but I just want to encourage you. This is a great short-term thing that you can commit to that could change somebody's life and give them that exposure and expose you to a culture wherever they come from.
And maybe you're chronologically superior and you're thinking, I can't have a teenager live with me. Think of all the incredible things you could do. You could tell them all your stories and they won't groan because they haven't heard them before. You could teach them how to wash dishes the American way. You could teach them how to mow lawns the American way.
And they can help you with your cell phone.
And they can help you with your electronic devices. Get a hold of Donna Haley White on Facebook at Donna65738.
That's awesome.
Was that what I was supposed to say?
Well, I'll put the link in there. That's how Facebook does it.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. This podcast is a great platform for you to help us highlight local businesses and show your support for the good happening in Marionville. Consider being a sponsor. Talk to a local business. Help us to get the word out. Better spend some marketing dollars on this. We could use another major sponsor for the podcast. Just refer everybody to goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com. Goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com. We'd love to have you be a partner with us.
And remember, we need your help. It's going to take an army of reporters to share all the good news that's happening here in Marionville. Come get a card that has all that information. Like Jim said, goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com, or I'll put the phone number in the show links.
Thanks for joining us on the Good Place Marionville podcast. Keep your eyes out for the good happening right here in our town. And together, we can celebrate Marionville.